Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, today we are diving into a full face of a whole bunch of new makeup, and I'm so excited. So first of all, what do we think of the Lisa Frank t-shirt? Look at that, boom, Lisa Frank. Does anybody else feel their best like 90s lives? Are you looking for your Trapper Keeper? Because I am. Guys, I love this shirt so much. I have worn this shirt so many times in the last like year and a half, and let me tell you, it never gets old. Like I'll never get over these. These lips are amazing. Also, can we talk 90s? What do you think of like the little necklace with these giant earrings? I think with makeup on it'll balance a little bit better, but I was like feeling my inner 90s hair back, slick back kind of moment with these hoops. I needed hoops today with some Lisa Frank. That's the vibe, and we're gonna play with makeup and enjoy that vibe. Hopefully it all comes together, and you know, if it doesn't, well, it's just makeup. So let's go ahead, dive in, and test out some new goodies. Now the first item in this bag that I purchased is actually from Benefit. It was their Boss Brows collection here, and it comes with their brow pencil, a full size, as well as a full size of their Give Me brow gel. And I was really impressed with this because I think it was like $34, but you got both items in here, so it was a really good deal. And it even came in this cute little adorable packaging, which, let's be honest, if I were to travel, I would totally put like brushes or something in here. Like, this is so cute. So I picked both of these up in the shade 5. It looks like this is their Precisely My Brow pencil, which is more of the shape that I would go for, and then their Give Me brow volumizing fiber gel, also in the shade 5. And I'm just gonna dive in here and do my brows, and I never do my brows on camera, so this should be a good fun time. Okay guys, so I went ahead, I got my brows done, and I have to be honest, this thing, so easy to use. I don't remember if I've ever actually used one of their pencils like this. I do know for sure that I've used one of their samples before and I wasn't impressed. It was really hard, and so I never took the plunge and bought a full-size one. And if you're in the same boat, this full-size one is like 100 times creamier than that sample. I'm starting to wonder if it was dried out, and this is amazing. So I kind of feel bummed. Like, everybody's been on this Benefit train for so long, and I've been over here like, no thank you, and now I'm obsessed. Also, this looks like a dart, which makes me a little happy because I feel like I could just like, you know what I mean? Like if anybody walks in that door, I'm gonna get them right in the eye. Now the brow gel I also really like. I feel like it did a beautiful job feathering up the brows, and it's the same shade as the pencil, so it really just almost like mascaras my brows in like a really nice light formula, coats them. It doesn't make them chunky or thick, and it didn't spring or like splash all over the place, and I really like that. I think that this is really nice too. Okay, what is happening here, Paige? What is happening? This is off to way too good of a start. Okay girl, let's keep moving. Alright, so I went ahead, I cleaned up just a smidge under the brows right there with my Porcelain Beige Shape Tape, just to give me like a little bit of that lifted definition. And now we're going to move on to eyes. For eyes, I have two options. I have the Smashbox Hoodwitch collaboration, which is their Crystalize eye palette. The packaging is the standard Smashbox packaging here, but they just put this really beautiful Crystalize like almost layover on top, and it looks so stunning. And then you open it up, and these are the shades. It looks very nice, calm, relatively neutral. I was a little bit shocked by this palette actually, because I thought, given the overall aesthetic and the glitz and the glamour, that there would have been a little bit of a brighter pop in there, even just one or two shades, but nonetheless I think the shades in here are quite beautiful. So we have this one or the ABH Riviera Palette. I have had so many questions on this one, and let me be honest with you guys, I did purchase it the day it was released, and the only reason I didn't put up a full-on dedicated review is because I felt like the internet was just instantly saturated with this palette, everyone from larger influencers to smaller influencers. So I figured I would just go ahead and back burner this for a little while, which obviously here we are talking about it. So either way, whatever I decide to go in with as far as an eye look, I will be giving you an update on this palette because I think it is stunning. So here are all the swatches in the Smashbox palette. Definitely not as bright and poppy as I thought it would be, even in swatch. I do really love the pink reflect in that shade up there. It has a really beautiful like baby soft pink to it. Now, do I really need to swatch the ABH Riviera palette? Probably freaking not, because it's been swatched 3,000 times on YouTube, but like, let's just say if I wanted to pick out like a couple shades, let's just grab a couple here that are kind of grabbing my eyeballs. Oh, bitch, that's pigmentation. Okay. Oh, silky smooth. Okay. You are a stunning little find, aren't you? You sexy little beast. I'm sorry, is that a mustard yellow I see? Oh, or a like bone white off-white shade. Oh, okay. What else is in here? Wait a second. Maybe we're gonna have to swatch more than we thought. I am so sorry. Look at these. Do you see that mustard shade? Of course you see that mustard shade because it's gorgeous. Oh guys, not only are we about to do eyes, by the way, I have the ever loved and anticipated MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is something I tried on my channel a long time ago for my lids. I hated it. And I'm hoping that now that my opinions have changed, I've been using concealer on my lids, I'm hoping that maybe I can love it, integrate it into my normal everyday life, because people swear by this as a primer and I feel like it is so widely accepted. But wow, is that yellow. How does this work for pasty people? Okay, so we're good. I definitely think you can see like the color difference between the Shape Tape that I normally use, which is up in the brow bone, and then this MAC Soft Ochre. Like, the shade difference is definitely real. You know, I think I'll start off for once. This is really out of character, but I kind of love that Smashbox has this shade in here. It's a really light bone colored shade, and I think it would work really nicely on my skin tone, especially with this MAC Soft Ochre. So I'm just gonna run this through the crease just to soften everything up. And I think, yeah, there we go. It'll lighten it up just a freckle. And I think I'm going to take this and dive into the shade Cabana. And then I think from Cabana, I want to drop over to Bahamas and run that through the crease a little bit just to like blend them really lightly through there. I think that would look really pretty, and it's going to be like a nice light but also bright eye look, because that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't want it to be too deep and too intense, but I want it to be nice and bright and kind of fluffy. Does that make sense? I don't know. Let's just try it. Now next up, I'm going to grab the BH number 7 brush. It's just a short stout brush from their pink collection that looks like this. And I'm going to grab the shade Cans, which is the dark purple shade. And I want to throw this one on the outer V, just a freckle, just enough to deepen it up a little bit, but not too much. I don't want this to get super dark. I just want it to be nice and bright and airy. So this right here is that really nice shade out of the Smashbox palette. It's the shade right here. Lately I've been all about like less structure and more just like natural kind of fanning in my eye, and I think it's been going very well. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, this is the NYX glitter glue, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of this and I'm gonna smear it on my eyelid, and then I'm going to go ahead and pat that really pretty light pale pink shade all over the lid. I think I want to take this shade. This is out of the ABH palette. It's the shade Palermo, and it's really beautiful and reflective. And I'm not going to put down any fresh glitter glue. I just want like a very light amount of this kind of feathered onto the back half of the eye. So I'm just going to very lightly kind of press it over and blend it in with my finger here. And that's stunning. Is it weird that I want to take the shade Inheritance and like put that in the inner corner or something? Like, just to like test it out. I love this shade so much. Okay, so I guess I am just going to pop a little in the inner corner. See what happens when my fingers get away from me. They have a mind of their own sometimes. It's weird. Let's go ahead and clean up this outer V situation here. Yeah, that's stunning. It's really nice, light, airy, bright, and not too much. I love this. Okay, let's do the other eye. I love the way this look turned out. I think I have like hot pink purple bat wings, and I'm not upset about it. So let's move on to primer. So for priming the face, I have two different options. I have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I, just like everyone else, saw Jaclyn Hill rave about this recently, and I realized not only had I never tried it, but that this is the type of primer I would be so into right now, even with normal to oily skin. Like, I don't know what it is, but lately I've been so into primers that make my foundation blend and buff, and they just like settle into the skin stunningly. I am all about that. So I think what I'll do is just take one of these on each half of the face. Ooh, that's very satisfying to look at. Yes, look at that component. I love this. Okay, what does it say here? Pump 1 to 2 shots of primer on the back of your hand. Blend a thin layer onto clean skin before makeup application. Allow formula 1 minute to fully absorb to activate grip for all day hold. Okay, I can do this. Now I'm only gonna go 1 pump because girl, I'm only doing half my face. Okay, she's jelly. It looks like aloe vera. That's what this looks like. Ooh, that, okay, let's just like, I'm not gonna waste it. Okay, let's scrape it off my hand and put it on my face. Thank you. Okay, that feels so nice. And as it dries into the skin, I can actually feel it start to grip. That's really cool. Oh, she's a big old beefy bottle. Why did I think this was gonna be so much smaller? Whoa, granted it was like $40, so something to consider. All right, let's take a little bit of this. Now, I don't want to lie. Is there directions? Hello? Using fingertips, massage 2 drops onto clean skin. Let primer absorb before applying. Again, it says 2, girl. I'm probably going to do 1. I do have a big old face though, so let's kind of, maybe we should have a mirror involved here, Paige. And I'm going to keep it majority-wise. Oh, wow, that spreads out really far. Okay, whole crap. Little goes a long, long way. Okay, so that feels so nice and smooth. And what I like is that it's not setting down like a straight oil. You can tell that it is like absorbing into the skin, and it's not creating any weird like pooling or oil feeling on top of the skin. That's really nice. All right, so now that it's been a couple minutes, I'm just lightly feeling both sides, and they actually both feel super similar. Like they're very smooth, very soft, supple. They both feel nice and hydrated, but over the side with the milk, you can actually see it, like my finger kind of skips over it. And it is a little bit more grippy or tacky than the primer. The primer one just feels nice and smooth, honey. It's like, let's go. I'm ready for you. Now, as you guys know, anytime I test out new face products, I always use a foundation that I know I can trust. So I'm going to grab my Catrice HD Liquid Full Coverage here, and I'm going to work this all over the face. Okay, so I'm going to call that good for foundation. I think it looks really beautiful on the skin. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to concealer. This is from Ardell. It is their Photo Face Concealer. It says it is full coverage, and I grabbed the shade Light 1.5. And it has this fun little like bristle paintbrush kind of look to the end of it. And if you see it looking a little funky before I've used it, that's because I just had to squeeze the living life out of it to get it out of the package. So it's also inside the cap, you know, if you're wondering. But let's go ahead and apply some of this, you know. Ooh, okay, wait a second here. I actually want to try applying this one with my fingers because I think that I'm losing a ton of coverage with that sponge. Like this one is just very absorbent for a concealer. Yeah, look at how much brighter that is with just my finger. Okay. Now I will say, typically with concealers, I don't have to do this, but that is really pretty and really bright under the eyes. All right, so let's do the other eye here and let's shape out the rest of the face. Okay, so that's really pretty. As far as the consistency of it, it does feel a little bit drying. It has a little bit of a dry down. Not as dry as like a Tarte Shape Tape necessarily, but we're getting up there. If Tarte Shape Tape is like an 8, I would say this is about a 6 on like the dry scale, but it does dry down really nicely, and it looks pretty under the eyes. It blended really well with my Catrice. That could be that they're both on the matte side of things, but so far I love it, and I really love the brightness of that. Like that has a really, really nice bright undertone to where even when I applied it, I feel like it got a little brighter, which is super uncommon for me with concealers because I'm so fair. So for setting powders, I have the new ones from Kylie Cosmetics here. I have translucent and yellow, and I grabbed yellow just in case it was something I could use with a deeper foundation because a lot of times my foundations don't work. So I grabbed it just to be on the safe side. It does appear to be far too yellow for me though, but I want to take a little gander here at both of them. We have the yellow right here, and then we have the translucent over there. Translucent definitely a lot brighter, especially on my skin, girl. So let's do it. I'm going to take that translucent and pop her right under the eye. Okay, I went ahead and I set the under eye nice and densely with this powder just to get it all good and into my bags under the eyes. Now I'm going to take my Fenty sponge, and I think how I want to do this is I am going to set the rest of my face where I have concealer, and I'm going to lightly bake those areas. Okay, so we're looking good. We're looking a little bit crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and cue up the next part of the video, let this bake for a second, and then we're gonna come back and wipe it off together. And I know I didn't clarify as to why I was doing that before I went off of camera, but just so you guys know, this is a very matte foundation, which I know I've spoke about several times, but because I'm pairing it with these primers, I didn't wanna go through and like overly mattify and really cake down my face. I wanna give these primers a shot to see how nice and hydrating they can be on the skin. So I just basically didn't want to over mattify the areas of my face where I don't need to, if that makes sense. Also, do I look orange on camera right now? Because I feel like I do, and I don't know why, so I'm sorry about that. I am having a couple camera difficulties, so I apologize if I'm like the wrong shade of life right now. I look a little orange, and I don't know why. Try like a Raw Beauty Christie technique here. Hey, that kind of worked, did it? Did I settle right back into being orange? A little bit, but that's okay. That kind of helped. Thank you, Christy. Yes. So this might be cheating a little bit, but I'm just going to grab my regular Hoola for bronzer, and I'm going to bronze up the perimeters of the face here. Now, I did just do a full video comparing all 3 of these Benefit palettes. If you haven't seen it, I will click it up here. It has swatches, talk through, comparison. It has a ton of information. So if you're curious, I did do that video. If you missed it, it is up there for you. And let's just go ahead and Hoola my face, girl. Yes. Now for blush, I'm going to take something that I actually got in PR from Tarte. I will go ahead and link my very first ever PR unboxing right up here for you guys. Thank you all so much again for supporting that video and for being so sweet about it. I'm still so touched, and I'm not going to get into it, but if you'd like to check it out, you can go ahead and do so up there. I'm just above the moon that of all the brands that could have sent me PR, I think Tarte is such an awesome one to start with. So I'm going to be taking their blush in the shade Paaarty. Girl, ooh, blush. Yes, Tarte. Look at how pink. Oh, I love it. Let's blend it out though, Paige. We look a little like an 80-year-old woman that forgot every step but blush. Now this is a step that I take all the time. I love grabbing my Hourglass Ambient palette right here and a big old fluffy brush. This is the JH01 Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and I just kind of run through these 3 colors here. And I use this just to blend out my blush and bronzer a little bit. I don't go in with a ton of product or anything. It's again, more or less just to create a nice seamless look to the skin. Now I am just gonna grab a little bit of my KKW Brightening Powder and brighten up the under eye real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and keep finishing up the face, girl. We're almost done. All right, so as you guys know, I like to give my face a little spray before I go in with highlight just to get everything melding into the skin. And what's funny is at the very beginning of the video, I forgot to mention this little guy. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Crystal Clarity Primer Water. It is lavender and sweet orange. It's part of the collab with Hoodwitch, and I'm really excited about this even though I forgot to use it. So I know it's a primer water. It's supposed to go on under your foundation, but you can also use it over top, or at least I have and had no issues. So I wanted to at least give it a little go here. I look crazy right now. I'm like, what are you doing, Paige? It gives me a little bit of like, okay, you know how when you walk into like an organic food store, that's what this smells like. Okay, let's just give a couple sprays to the face. But I really love the way that that smells. It's very light and airy smelling. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, wow, and my skin looks so good. Now for highlights, I yet again have 2 options. So the first option is yet again from Smashbox. It is the Hoodwitch Collection highlight here, and it is in the shade Opti-Mystic. I see what you did there. This packaging is so beautiful. Like, not only is the highlight really stunning, but the packaging on this, whew, girl, y'all did that. All right, so she's more of an iridescent, it looks like white to pink kind of sheen. Definitely not my preferred aesthetic, but I think it's really pretty. And moving on to the second option, because y'all know I have to. This is the ABH highlight in Snowflake. It is their loose highlight. And when I realized that they had come out with like a beautiful snow, like white undertoned highlight, I was like, where do I sign up? Oh, look at that blinding little hoe. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just use my fan brush here, and I'm going to dive into the one from Smashbox first. Ooh, way too dark for my skin tone. Ooh, reverse, reverse. Hello. Do you see that pink sheen right there? See how it turns super gray? Oh, wow. She's way too dark for me. What's weird is that when I swatched this, it comes across as like a pink to white reflect moment, but on my cheek, it's just like straight pink. And I'm not loving that. Like, it's really beautiful, just not on my skin tone, girl. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, and to do the other side, I'm actually going to grab the It's Likely Makeup collab with Furless Cosmetics, and I'm going to grab their Pro 2F brush, which I actually used to use this for highlight a lot, and it's really nice. So I'm going to dive into just a little bit here of the ABH, and we're going to hit the other cheek first so we can see what it looks like by itself, and then we'll kind of go from there. Oh, you icy. Much more suited for my skin tone. Not pulling off white. It's pulling off more as an icy blue, which is interesting. I want to go ahead and try to put a little bit of it over this highlight right here. Oh, whoa. It like brought all the pink out. Okay. Well, that was unintentional, but not awful. I think of the 2 highlights, my favorite is the ABH. I'm not loving the fact that it's more of like a blue hint than anything. I kind of wanted it to be just like a straight white, or, you know, a lighter white shade. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and just hit the other areas of the face with it real quick here. Oh, oh, girl. Yo, inner eye. Look at my inner eye right now. Y'all, I'm sorry. Can you see that from the airplane, sir, outside? Can you see my inner eyes? Because it is glowing. I am going to grab just a little bit of the Bahamas Hot Pink shade and run that under the eye as well real quick. I'm going to grab a little bit of the purple shade as well, just to connect the outer V purple, and blend it down a little bit onto the lower lash line. So for the final step here, we're going to use the new ABH Dewy Set Spray. Let's go ahead here. Oh, it's the same. It's like a MAC Fix Plus component. Okay. Okay, so the scent, is it my favorite? You know, not so much. But I'm not like mad hating it either. Let's see how my skin looks. Oh, my skin looks real pretty. It doesn't look as nice and dewy as when I'm done with like my Catrice. That gives me more of a luminous finish. But I do think everything right now looks nice and set down on the skin. So let's go ahead and do mascara. Hey, why not? What was that? I don't know, and I'm so sorry you had to see it. Oh my god. Okay, so for lips, I have a couple choices. So let's put those down for a second, and we're gonna do mascara first. Now, this is the one that Tarte raves about, and I have had so many requests from you guys to test it out. This is the It Works Wow Effect All-in-One Mascara from Collab Beauty, or Collab. I'm thinking it's Collab. And I'm gonna test it out today because y'all have wanted to see the tea. I love this packaging. It has like that really soft touch feel to it, and it's got hot pink accents. This is really sleek. Okay, let's go ahead and try it out. So that's one coat. It's fairly unexciting with one coat. Let's go ahead and do two now. All right, two coats, it's a little bit better. Still not that amazing. Okay, so it looks like three coats might have been too many because now all of my lashes are just stuck together and they're not clumpy looking, but they're stuck together and it's kind of killing me. So I'm gonna take a spoolie and run it through from the top side and try to break those apart. Okay, so after playing around with this for about 10 minutes and doing my upper and lower lashes with it, I can tell you the formula for me personally is too thick for my lower lashes. I like a nice thin lengthening formula for my lower, and this one is just too thick and goopy. It kind of got all over the place. Okay, so guys, I suck. I had two liquid eyeshadows from Smashbox and their Photo Finish Crystalize primer, which I will talk about here in a second, but I had both of these and I didn't even talk about them when I did my eyes. Wow. The packaging is stunning. I love this crystal detailing. These look so beautiful and luxe. Oh my god. These are dried out, I think. They're not swatching. Like, look at this. It's not swatching at all. Like, no product is coming off. And I look in the container, I think it's dried out. Like, it looks really dry and goopy. It looks like sand, like wet sand in the container. It doesn't look fluid at all. And you can actually see it, like, up the side. I don't think these are any good. See that right there? How it's, like, clear in the container? And, like, watch. It looks like chunky, dry sand in there. Yeah, this isn't right. These, I'm thinking there's something wrong with them. They look like, in theory, they could be pretty. One has more of a pink tone to it. The other has more of a golden bronze. But I'm not going to hold that against these or the Collab because, again, I think there's something wrong there. Let's go ahead, though, and move on. I do want to also swatch the Primerizer for you guys because I love their Primerizer so much, and I was super excited to see this. Like, look at the bottle. It's supposed to be like a crystal version of their normal Primerizer. It looks so beautiful. Let's go ahead and give her a little go here. Okay, so that looks beautiful. It's giving me creamsicle vibes. Like, it has a nice, really light orange peach kind of undertone to it. Really beautiful. I will definitely test this out because, as y'all know, I love that Primerizer. I've already said it like 3 times in the last minute, but I love their Primerizer. Now for lips, y'all know I am a huge fan of these Smashbox Gloss Angeles glosses. I think that they are so stunning, and I believe they released like 3 with this collection, and I believe I may have picked up all 3. So this one right here is a pinky sparkle gloss, and it is free spirited. Like, look at that in the container. Hello, wow. Next up, we have this guy right here, which is You Heal Me. Get it? You feel me? You heal me? Ooh, that's pretty. I love this one too. That's really, really beautiful. And then last but not least, we have a clear reflect right here. It has a little bit of like a champagne multi-sparkle glitter moment. This is the shade Practical Magic. I also have the 3 new Flexi Slicks from Ofra. I guess they're supposed to be like a liquid lipstick and a gloss in one. I'm not really sure. So that right there, ooh, that's really pretty. This is the shade Buzz. Very pretty, nice pinky, peachy kind of color. Next up to that right there, we have the shade Stretch. Very nice neutral nude shade. And then last but not least, we have a nice warm kind of caramely nude shade in the shade Urge. Now, I don't really love any of these for today's eye look, so I think what I'm gonna do is just grab a lip liner and throw on one of the glosses from the Smashbox collection over top. So I think I'm gonna grab this one from ColourPop. It's in the shade Good and Plenty. I'm just gonna line my lips. All right, so that's pretty. I took it all over the lip because now I'm just gonna throw one of those glosses on. I think I'm gonna grab Practical Magic and throw that on. Okay, so guys, this is the finished look so far. I'm loving, die hard obsessed with how this turned out. I'm a little bit torn on a couple of things. I don't know how I'm loving like the highlight, but overall I think the look is fantastic. Now, what I am going to do is go ahead, do my day, and I'm actually going to give you a tiny little update at the end of the day, just to give you like, this is what I think, this is how everything wore kind of situation. So anyways, let me go ahead, do my day. I'll stop back on at the end of it, and we'll go over some final thoughts for the products. But so far, Wow. Okay, beautiful people. So I know that we've been sitting here doing this video thing, and I was going to wait till the end of the day to do my check-in, but here's the situation. You'll never guess what I just found in my office that I forgot to put in my bag. Hello, the new Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I'm like, we should test this out right now. So at this point, this makeup's been on my face for probably 5 hours, and it looks really good. Even for this lighting, as bad as it is, it looks really good. So I wanted to just kind of hit a little bit of this and see how it be looking, because I can't help myself, and I want it on my face. So this is really beautiful. I know what you're thinking. Wow, Paige, the upgraded beauty setup in there is beautiful. Also, don't mind this entire mess right here. I was going through and looking very specifically for a calculator that I know I have. And do you think I could find it? Absolutely not. Do you think that I cleaned up my mess? No. So let's go ahead and give this a little spray here. We love some DIY beauty in the office. That has like no smell. Smells like if you were to stick your face into like a department store, like rack of clothes, how they kind of have like a weird kind of smell. That's what that smells like. It has like a little bit of a sheen to it when you first apply it, but I feel like it kind of settles into the skin and just leaves like a nice hydrated feel. I'm starting off with 2 sprays because I feel like it has a little bit of an oil undertone to it. All right, so I was just letting it dry, and I definitely can see like a lot more hydration, and it's almost more of like that, like a luminous dewy, how it kind of, once it settles in, can make your skin look wet with like an oil kind of thing. Not that that's bad, but that's kind of like the wet sheen that it gives to the skin. I don't know, guys. I think this still looks really, really beautiful. Oh my God, look at my forehead. Who is this dewy princess? I wish I knew her name. So pretty. Okay. See you in a few. Okay, you guys, it is the end of the day, and I wanted to a little check-in because, girl, I'm waiting in my car and it's taken so long. Now, as you guys will remember in the last clip where I tried that Farsali, I did have a tiny bit of transfer from the mascara. That isn't super uncommon for me if I've had like a spray of a Catrice or a dewy setting spray or something like that. So there is a little transfer. I'm not mad at it. Now, is the mascara my favorite? No. And I hate to say it because I know so many people are in love with it. I know Tati's in love with it, but for me, it's just not my thing. And again, I don't think that that's anything necessarily bad. I think that mascara is a very individualized thing. So, you know, not my thing, not my favorite, not the worst. Definitely will have to play with it. I don't know that I'm just a big fan of that really thick. It's almost like a gel formula. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And I just don't necessarily love that. So again, to each his own, but the eyeshadow did hold up stunningly. Moving on from there, I was looking at the 2 sides for primer, and oddly enough, they both look very similar now. Earlier in the day, I would have said that the Smashbox side wore a little bit better. But as they wore throughout the day, I feel like they both, again, looked very, very similar. I feel like I have a lot of texture happening on both sides, which I don't love necessarily. So probably would have to go in with like a Tatcha Silk Canvas, a way to somehow fill in these pores. Because honey, look at these little lakes that we have sitting here. Not a good look. So definitely fill that in a little bit. And I think we would have a couple winners. Typically when I have to go in with a powder, I have to go in with a more robust powder, something that I know will really help fill in these pores. And when I go in with a really finely milled powder, like the Kylie or like even the Hoola, beautiful powders, but at the end of it, these are just not filled enough by those kinds of powders. So I might have to tweak that, but the formula itself is actually really pretty. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me. Don't forget to leave me all of your thoughts down below. Do you like it? Do you not? What do you think? What was your favorite? What was your least favorite? Are any of these products something you were interested in? What's the tea? What's going on? Leave me your thoughts. And also while you're down there, don't forget you can scuttle on up. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. They're both hyperlinked down below. All you gotta do is click the link and click follow. And for those of you that have also not done so yet, you can go ahead and subscribe and turn on your post notifications here on the wonderful world of YouTube. Because y'all, I upload 5 videos a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We talk about makeup, old, new, love it, hate it, makeup, skincare, whatever the case is, we talk about it. It is a good, fun, fresh lit time. My videos go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. here in Northern Michigan. And we talk about everything, and we do it while you're getting your hair done, your nails done, you're getting ready for work, for school. It don't matter. Whatever it is, we're just going to talk. We're going to hang out while you do it. Maybe make the day a little bit better. Maybe hang out with your friend who likes to do makeup. Hello, hi, that's me. Guys, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and come back and hang out with me every day. It is fun. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Curtin, you're getting a little aggressive in my shot right now, sir. Maybe we should calm down a little bit annoying, sir. Well, there went my cell phone. I guess that's fine. That's exactly where I wanted it. On the floor, out of reach. Perfect. Perfect. Where did I put the concealer? That's the real question here. Tell you what, if it's in this bag, I'm gonna be mad. I put it back in the bag. That's cool. Okay, excuse me. Ow! Break my finger, stab me in the face. Okay, you're a little dramatic, Paige. Seriously though, this will not come out of here. What is happening? Oh my God, and I got this stupid bite splint and I can't even use my freaking teeth. And spoiler alert, I use my teeth for everything. Can't open something? I use my teeth. Got a messed up nail? I use my teeth. Somebody's bothering the hell out of me? Use my teeth.